everybody. I'm Melissa's mom, and I've been roped into making a baking video for her channel. So today I'm going to bake her very favorite treat, my banana chocolate chip muffins. And the recipe is from way back from this little book I got in grade 7 home ec class. You see that?
Yeah, you're cooking.
It's pretty old. So like, what would that be, like 40 years ago? This is the recipe, and you can see by how gross it is that it's been well used and well enjoyed.
I love how it's like the book is tied together with rope.
That's how I got it. It's yarn. It came that way.
That's super cute.
Everybody in the class got one. You can tell I've used it 100 times and made little notes.
Thank you to Nora Hillard, who apparently made the recipe.
Yeah.
So shout out, there you go.
I've been using it for 40 some odd years, and it's a favorite.
And you've written all over it.
Yep. And splattered all over it. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing on the recipe is 3 or 4 ripe bananas. I had 4. This is the last one. I thought I'd prep a little bit before we started filming just to save you all the monotony of watching me squish bananas. So you basically just chunk it in. I kind of squish it with my fingers a little bit as I'm going because it makes it much easier to squish it up later with the fork. A little gross, but that's okay. So we just mash it a little bit with the fork.
Into the other 3 you already mashed?
Yeah, you can see I already had 3 done. Didn't want you guys sitting here for 5 minutes watching me squish bananas. Okay, so after that we add in 1 cup of white sugar. We add in an egg, and this egg, isn't it pretty? So Alyssa's dad works with Alyssa's uncle, and another fella at their work, apparently he has chickens, and he brought in a bunch of eggs for Alyssa's uncle, and Alyssa's uncle passed them on to Alyssa's dad, and we got these beautiful eggs, and look at them. Look at all the beautiful colors.
They're so pretty.
Aren't they lovely?
Real chicken eggs from real chickens.
And they all taste the same, and they're all the same on the inside, but they're so pretty on the outside. Okay, so 1 egg. Pretty.
Now, why did you crack it into a container, not just into the bowl?
I do that because I like to whisk the egg a little bit before it gets into my mixture. Just a little bit, just to break it up a little bit. You don't have to go crazy about it, but it just helps it mix in better.
Really? I've never done that.
I've always done that.
Huh. You never taught me that.
Your mother didn't teach you very much, did she?
You're my mother.
I know. Okay, so 1/4 cup of margarine.
Except for that's not margarine.
Or as my mother would call it, margarine.
Except for it's not margarine.
What is it?
It's I can't believe it's not butter.
That's margarine. I can't believe it's not butter, is margarine.
I thought margarine was a brand.
No.
Is
margarine is any kind, I don't have it here, I was gonna show it to you. Is any kind of a, there's margarine and there's butter, but margarine comes in tons of different brands. Really? I can't believe it's not butter is a brand of margarine.
I thought margarine was a brand of fake butter.
Margarine is fake butter, but it's not a brand.
So, will this recipe alter if you use real butter?
Probably be better. I don't use a lot of butter just because
it's expensive.
Yeah, it's also just, it's not as convenient. Margarine's always ready to spread, easy and creamy, and margarine you gotta kind of warm it a little bit. And okay, so that's all the wet. Now, it does say to sift the dry ingredients together, but I don't, and I never have. And for 40 years, it's worked out fine. So
this is a 1 bowl recipe.
Yeah. So 2 cups of flour. And we do a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, teaspoon of baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I eyeball it.
It's close enough.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that with my spoon, not my fork.
You forgot the vanilla and milk.
I haven't added them in yet.
They're right here.
I know. I like to get it a little bit mixed. And the milk is actually optional. The milk I have out just because sometimes the batter is a little thick. And so I just decided I would add a little milk in to thin it out. So you just mix everything up. Get it well combined without over mixing.
Looks a little bit like baby food.
Yeah, I guess. You're not wrong. Tastes better than baby food.
I would hope so.
Okay, so it's almost mixed up, so I'm gonna add the last ingredients. A little bit of vanilla.
Just a splash of no name, because we're cheap.
Whatever.
No, we're not cheap.
Just a little bit.
Hey, all artificial vanilla extract tastes the same. Why pay $10 when you can pay $5?
This ingredient is also optional. Alyssa's gonna take a picture of the actual recipe later and hold it on the screen for a minute so you can take a screenshot and remake them later.
Or it might be on the screen the whole time.
If you want to, whatever.
We will see.
This is optional. I add this in on my own just because I like it. And then the milk, also optional, and I do it based on if my batter is very thick or if it's just right.
Do you think we'll need it?
No, I think it's just right.
Oh, I was gonna pour the milk.
No. Sorry, Liz. The milk is out. Okay, now, the most important ingredient, if you ask Allie, is the chocolate chips. Yum. And I don't measure these. This is just that much.
You gotta use Milk Chocolate Chippets brand because they might sponsor me in the future. I highly doubt it, but you know.
That would be cool.
I highly, highly doubt. But if they wanted to, I will literally bake up all the things.
So Alyssa, how many bags of those Chippets do you think we use every year at Christmas time?
This is the big one.
That's the big, well, that's the big one, but it's not the big one.
Oh, really?
Last year I got the big one at Costco, and I think we still went through a couple.
Yeah, we used
Or
at least
maybe
2.
even 3 of them.
At least 2.
Yeah, okay.
2 or 3.
Yum. I can lick my thumb, it's only my family eating it, and they don't mind.
Oh, tell a story about spit.
Okay, so I used to make my husband's lunch when we were young. I don't do it anymore, he's on his own now, but no, I mean, we're still married, but I don't make his lunch anymore. Anyways, I would ask him, hey honey, how was your lunch? Did you like it? How was your sandwich? And he's like, oh yeah, it was so good. I can taste the spit. And I'm like, what? He said, well, whenever you make something for me, you always say that you make it with love and a little bit of spit. Okay. I don't actually spit in it, but it's a thing now in our house. Okay. So now we're gonna fill them.
Spit in food means love.
Spit in food means love, obviously.
So if you say, can you taste the spit? It's, can you taste the love?
Exactly.
We don't actually spit in our food.
So look at these cute liners I got at Dollarama. Aren't they the cutest thing?
Like flowers.
I love them.
They look way more pink on camera, at least for me filming right now.
Aren't they lovely?
Than in real life. In real life, they're kind of like a mauvey, purpley pink. They look pink on my phone.
Dollarama. I don't know how much they were. Nothing's $1 at Dollarama anymore, so they might have been $2 or $3.
So
I don't
pretty.
know, but still, like, I thought they were super cute.
They look
I
like
had to
flowers.
get one. Okay, so this is gonna be probably 12. I start off each one with a big scoop and then see where I'm at. Usually you fill a muffin cup 2/3 to 3/4 of the way up. I just start each one with a massive scoop and then
Go from there.
either decide maybe it's gonna make, I think this is gonna make more than 12. But I think that's probably because we used 4 bananas this time instead of 3. So I just start with each one, giving it a massive scoop, and then you can refill ones that aren't quite as big as the guy next to it. And you can always decide to make a second tray if you need to.
You usually buy bananas in sets of 3, don't you?
I always buy bananas in multiples of 3.
Unless Dad goes shopping, then he just gets whatever.
He did. He shopped this time, which, I mean, let's be honest, he shops most times. I'm trying to get a little too greedy with how much I'm putting on my spoon. That's why I'm having some trouble here. Yeah, he shopped and he bought me 4. And sometimes I will just eat one, like in my cereal or whatever. But this time
You didn't mute your phone?
I did not mute my phone.
You're not a professional YouTuber.
Sorry. Did I say I was?
That's okay, I'm not either.
This is a close and personal favor for my beautiful little daughter.
Dude, my last live stream, I had to let the dog out. I I'm recording in my office in the basement. I have to let him go up back upstairs for a second.
Happens.
I'll be back in a second.
So I'm definitely gonna get more than 12 out of this batch. So I'm just going through and putting a tiny bit more in the ones that I feel like need a tiny bit more.
Now, if you want little squatty short muffins, don't fill them up so high.
Nobody wants a squatty short muffin.
Some people do.
No.
You don't know.
No, nobody does.
Hey, if you like squatty short muffins, we don't judge here, mother.
Nobody wants that.
Are you judging people?
No,
You're a bad person.
I just think nobody wants that.
But what if somebody did?
They don't.
What if they did?
They don't.
Can you read the minds of every single person on planet Earth?
Yes.
That's over 8 billion people.
Yes. I know things, Lisa.
I don't believe you.
I know things.
I don't believe you.
Okay, so that's it. Should we take a look? Try not to be as messy as I am.
I'm really enjoying our cooking show, Mom.
It's fun, right?
I like the fact that I film and you do it all.
I'm a little messy, look. See, and if you don't get that stuff off there before you cook it,
It'll burn.
yeah, it'll burn it.
And then it'll smell.
Messy. Okay, so in the oven? In the oven?
For how long?
Ooh. I'm gonna say 20 minutes-ish,
At what temperature?
and I'm yucky. 350. It says 22 minutes. I set it for 20 and check them, and then decide if you need.
So it's 350,
more minutes.
that's Fahrenheit for cooking, right?
Yep. 350.
What's
20
that in
minutes.
Celsius?
I don't know.
Well, somebody cooks in Celsius.
Then they can Google it.
There you go.
Okay, in the oven.
And obviously all ovens are different, so it says 22, we do 20 and check.
In the center of the oven. 20 minutes, and then check.
If if you're not sure how your oven's gonna work, maybe do for 15 and check, and then do for a couple more minutes and check, and
Yep.
check until you know.
So we'll show you what they're like when they come out.
Okay.
And we're back. Let's see how they look. Ooh, they look good. Perfect. These took 24 minutes at 350 degrees in the center of the oven. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make Allie's favorite treat. It's my favorite recipe to make. And remember, Allie does so much more on this channel besides baking, Minecraft, various other things, and she does it, so there's something for everyone. So no matter what you're interested in, there's something on this channel for you, right up your alley. And like my dad always said, what's the most important thing? Have fun and stay safe. Bye.